And happy Positive Wednesday, and what a positive Wednesday it is today because the weather has been gorgeous. I hope it's been gorgeous where you are, but it's been so nice today. I knew it was going to be nice because I wrote it in my gratitude journal this morning. No, was it last night? Or last night? Well, I'll tell you about that in a minute, but I'm probably going to waffle a bit because, like I always do, I have wrote bullet points down, or whatever you call it, in the back of my journal. And I'll probably just waffle on about something else and probably won't even be talking about what I should be talking about, but because it was about getting older and my gratitude journals, but along with that as well is just a couple of things. Yeah, it was such a nice day today. So when Finn had a nap, because he always has one about 10:30, because he gets up early, he's always a bit tired, so he has about an hour. And then he wakes up, thought, right, I'm just going to sit in the garden with a cup of coffee. And I just sat there and I was just sat there enjoying the sunshine on my face for a bit. I just thought, just, even if it was just 10 minutes, I just thought, I'm just going to sit here with a brew while I drink this brew, and I'm just going to be mindful. I took a couple of pictures and put it on Instagram. I put it on there, and I think it was a picture of, I got a little bird's nest pod thing from Aldi the other week, so I hung that up, so I was showing that, and I was just showing my little butterfly, or what they call, wind chime, that had got all tangled up, so I'd untangled it and just shown that because it was making a really nice noise. But I really would like, I think I might bring that in the house when I do my nail room because I think it's quite nice and some with a bit of a tingle. But the ones that I do like, the dearer, so I'll have to wait till I've got extra cash near summer, is, the wooden ones, the wooden chimes, they just sound dead nice when they hit each other. They're so nice, the wooden ones. But yeah, so I sat in the garden and then I said to my friend yesterday, if it's nice tomorrow, we'll go for a walk down where I live. There's like a country park called the Vale, which is quite lucky that we have it because it is nice and you sort of forget where you are, if you don't live near to like sort of countryside, and there's ducks down there. It's just nice to go walking, fresh air, clear mind and everything. And I said to my friend, one of my friends, I don't mind saying, I'm not saying anything, she thinks she gets a bit of anxiety and stuff, and I was telling her yesterday, she came out and I was like, oh, and she has a bit of pain in her back and stuff. And I said to her, do you know? I said, I started yoga this week. So I know I've only been doing it since, I don't know if I started it on Sunday. It's only been a couple of days, but I did do it last year or whenever I did it, and I did enjoy it. But I've decided that I'm going to do it every day because I'm better when I do something every day. I'll stick to it. And I said, only a couple of days. I said, it just feels like, I know it sounds daft when you're doing it, like you're, well, because you are stretching and stuff, it's like you're pulling all the stress out your joints, and I don't know, you just feel good after. And the girl that I was watching on YouTube, I've seen loads of people, if you ever want to do it, obviously you can go on YouTube and you can copy, some of the teachers that, give free, showing you how to do it on YouTube. But I've seen a load of people, there's loads of good people, but the girl I was watching that I've been doing, I thought I'm just going to keep doing this one every day until I can do the stretches, reach to my feet, and then I'll do some of the advanced ones, because this was a beginner one, and I think it's called Boho Beautiful. I think it's a couple, I think they're married, they're young, but I think they're from Canada, and I think they went to like Thailand or somewhere for 4 months, and they were filming all these gorgeous places. So it's nice as well, because I've had a DVD before, which I've said it on other videos, and it's good because it's basics, like the basic, sort of poses in yoga. Because my friend was saying, oh, they do these, do they do the same ones? I said, yeah, the basic poses are the same, and then there's all different sorts of yoga, like is it whatever. The basic poses, I said, but what I liked about this one is because they'd done it in a beautiful setting, it made you want to watch it. It just made you think, oh, that's so nice. And she had this nice music on in the background that was quite relaxing as well. So I told my friend, have a go, because I've been doing it in the morning, even though Finn's been trying to jump all over me. But I must admit, if you're not on Instagram, or, well, follow me on Instagram anyway, my son, because he's only seen me doing it a couple of times, obviously because I've not been doing that long, I just put a towel out on the floor in case, you know what kids like, in case he wants to join in, and he does. So I had to put this towel on. So when I put it down this morning, I just couldn't stop laughing because, let me find the picture if I can find it. He just got on the towel and lay down and started stretching his legs out, and I was just like, oh my God, that's hilarious, because I've only been doing it a couple of days, but if he gets into yoga, that's fine. But it just made me laugh. Let me see if I can find the picture. It's so funny. Yeah, here it is. Where's the one with his leg in here? It's going to come up. Not that one. I think it's this one. No. There he is. I don't know if you can see this picture. I'll try and show you. And it was lay on the blanket, because obviously I have a yoga mat that I've had for years anyway. So I had that, and then I just put a towel on the floor, pretending that if he thought he could join in. And he did, and it was so funny. So he was there, like, stretching his legs out. I was like, oh my God, so funny. But that's not a bad thing for kids to get into. We'll have to start meditating next. Well, I do want to start doing that. He'll be doing that. But yeah, so it was a nice day. So I said, I'm not talking about that, I'm going to talk about yoga. Yeah, so I said to my friend yesterday, try it and see how it feels, because, like, you do a lot of, there was on this bit rocking on your back and that, and it's supposed to be good for you, and I've been telling my mum this as well. So anyway, she went home yesterday and she was like, I'll do it when I get in. So she did it, and she said, oh, do you know what, I really enjoyed it. It was really nice. And this one's only 20 minutes long, but it doesn't feel like 20 minutes. It feels a lot shorter. So you're not jumping about, because to tell the truth, I'm not really into cardio and stuff like that. And you don't think, I think some people think, oh, yoga, you're not really doing much, but I swear to God, my body's been aching since Sunday, in my bum, in my legs, in my arms, so you can tell it's working. So she did it, and I said, well, I'm doing it every day. So she did it again today, and she said, I've done it again today and I really enjoyed it. She said, tomorrow I won't be able to do it in the morning because I'm working, but I'll have to do it in the evening. I said, just try and fit it in. So she really enjoyed it, and then I said to her, right, tomorrow, if it's nice, we'll go for a walk. So yeah, that's what I was saying. We went for a walk down the country bit near me, and feeding the ducks and stuff and all that. And because it was sunny, and I said to her, it's good to get out in nature, and especially when it's sunny, because the sun makes everyone feel good, doesn't it? So I said that's what you need to do, with your husband. Sometimes I said, when you can join these national trust things, I said go for a walk somewhere, especially when the weather's nice, because hiking's brilliant. I want to start going with my dad, because he's doing a trip in April, and I said I wouldn't mind going one time when I haven't got a thing, like weekend or one long day or something. Just getting out in the fresh air helps a lot, and just looking at nature and stuff. I know it might sound hippy dippy, but it does you a lot of good. It's very relaxing and stuff. So she really enjoyed that today. And then I said to her, now the weather's getting a bit sort of nicer, hopefully. And the nights are getting a little bit lighter. I said, some evenings we'll just go for a bit of a power walk, but we'll just walk about, getting out in the fresh air, because that's good for you as well, anxiety and stuff like that. So she was like, thanks a lot. But a bit ago, I also told her as well that, I say I don't watch a lot of TV now, and I'm always trying to make things and craft it. Would you like my elephant? No, I keep showing it. I've got two now. Crafting and learning different things, because it's just nice to learn instead of just sitting in front of the telly, just like, I know it's like, oh yeah, relax, but you're not using your brain to do anything really. And because of a certain person I was with before, sort of stopped me watching soaps, like Coronation Street and all that. Now I'm quite grateful that person did, because I don't watch them anymore, because I think they're all just, not all negative, but it's always doom and gloom, and I just can't be bothered with it. So I'd rather sit and watch. I do watch things. There's something I want to watch tomorrow, The Kingdom. Is it The Kingdom? On 2. I'm going to watch that, because the guy looks rather fit in it as well, and he's got long hair. I think I need someone with long hair. I want to plait a man's hair. I don't know. It's got that Thor thing going on at the minute. Love me Thor. But anyway, yeah, so, and she said, yeah, I know what you mean, because, like, it does get a bit. I said, well, you can learn other things. I said, oh, get a hobby, like, because I said, that's good, because, if you really love doing something, it's nice just to, make something, if you're selling it or you're not selling it. So a bit ago, she was like, oh, I've started making these, you get the sweet cone things, and people sell them. So she said, I've started doing them, and I've sold a few. And I said, oh, it makes you feel good, doesn't it? Not that you have to sell things. You could make things for your home, or, sew pillowcases or whatever, just to do it for something to do. Instead of just being brain dead watching TV all the time. Like when people say, oh, I haven't got enough time to exercise. Well, if you cut down maybe one of your soaps, maybe, I'm not saying no, I'm not going to say one of your soaps, say that soap's on for half an hour, then you could exercise for half an hour. You could squeeze it in somewhere. It's not going to be the end of the world if you don't watch a soap, does it? So then, because she was making these cone sweetie things, and she did some in mugs. She was doing some in mugs for Mother's Day. I said, oh, my mum's not really into mugs. Like, I have different collections because she likes a certain mug, a certain depth to put a tea in, and this, that, and the other. She likes a big, a big cup. So I said, oh, I'll tell you what. Not that she doesn't always do, like, people asking to do stuff, but because she's my friend, she only lives over the road, she was like, I said, oh, my mum likes Prosecco. So I said, maybe like a Prosecco glass with something in it. So she made this. Well, she put this together. So it's a bottle of Prosecco, and then she's got this lovely glass. I don't think you'll be able to see it, which says Mum on it. You can see Mother's Day, and then it's full of Lindor chocolates, and then she put the cellophane and put the bow on, and she did that. So that's my Mother's Day present for Mother's Day. So I was just chuffed to see that, she's doing things that make her happy, because I know her job, she said, gets on her nerves a bit, and that, like, jobs can get on people's nerves. But I said, you've got to do stuff you love, Don't always sit at home watching telly, being like, oh, I've got to... Like I keep saying in these videos, go and learn something, get a new hobby. Even if it's something you thought, oh, I don't think I'd really be able to do that, because I just don't think I'm that talented or I could do it. Well, if you don't try, you're not going to know. And people get better at stuff by practicing. It's like drawing. I'm okay at drawing, but I do it now and again, not done it for a long time, but the more you practice, you get back into it. And like, if you're not a good drawer, but if you kept practicing every now and again, you would get better at it. And stuff like that. But there was another thing as well, is which goes on to my mother, which made me want to talk about what I'm going to talk about now as well, because in a minute, I'm always saying to Mum, because she's retired now, I'm always like, oh God, Mum, you should get a hobby, like what to do apart from cleaning, because she's obsessed with cleaning. And that's another thing I've been trying to say as well, is mothers, especially, I've just had a big blue bar coming across saying my battery's running out, so let me put you on pause. Right, back again. Yeah, so mothers who, if you stay at home mum, don't have to be stay at home mum, or a working mum, not even mothers, men, whatever, working, whatever, doing whatever. Do not just think, like, I'm just sort of saying this as a mother because I'm a mother. If there's any men watching, I don't mean it like if you're a father. I'm just saying it from my point of view, but I mean everybody, because everyone can feel this way, but in a different way. Is, say, in my sense, or some people I know that are stay-at-home mums or whatever, do not just think because you're a mother and you're at home with kids that is it. I don't mean your life's over, but you've ever thought, this is it. I'm a mum, the kids, I clean, and that's all there is to it, going out to work with her, cleaning, kids. It's not. That's not why you were put on the planet. It's not. We were not put on the planet to just be like, this is it. You do this, you do that. Just cleaning, tidying up with the kids and that. No, you weren't just put on the planet. I don't know what we were put on the planet for, but it was not to live a life of, I know I've said this before, work, 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 and that goes in with cleaning and this, that, and the other, and that's all you do, work, 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 to pay your debts off and your mortgage and stuff like that, drop dead, and that's it. No, we weren't put on the planet to just do that. You are more than that. You are more than, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's great being a mum, but you're more than a mum. You can be a creative person too. You can do things that you may think are impossible because you're a mum and, well, you don't have enough money to do this, or I don't mean because you're mum because you have no money, but I mean, it's hard with kids and stuff. Or anybody, you're in a job where you don't earn that much money and your dreams are so far ahead of yourself that you think, well, I can never do that. I could never, I don't know, go visit India and do that. Yeah, you can. You could probably do it in the future, or you could start putting the money away to save that, even if it takes a few years. You don't have to put your dreams on hold, or I won't even say on the back burner, just totally chucking it in the fire because that is never going to happen. Because why? You're more than just a mother. You're more than just a wife. You're more than just, if it's a man or husband, you're more than you as well, and there's things in you. Oh, this is going to sound so, I don't even know what I'm talking about. There's things in you, creative things, and stuff that you don't even know about yourself. And that's why I say go and learn about stuff on the internet and read stuff and try and steer yourself away from watching too much of the news, and because I just think you get brainwashed into believing certain things, and watching too many soaps. I'm not saying never watch a soap again, but it's just like when you learn things, you start learning about yourself as well, because you start realising like, oh, I might want to try that, and oh, actually, I really like doing this, or I didn't know I was actually that good at that, because you've not practiced on, or just thought you're not good enough. And the thing is, everybody's good enough, and just because that person over there's got more money than you, or that person's got a better job and you think they're like more clever or intelligent, that you don't deserve to do something or go somewhere, or I don't know, do a certain, I don't know if you get what I'm going on about, but no, everybody on the planet who has been born is worthy, and that's about self-worth. I don't even know what I'm waffling on about now. I don't know what I'm waffling on about. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but I will keep saying to you on this Positive Wednesday, go and learn stuff. Don't constantly sit in front of the TV all the time, because and I can't say I watch a lot of YouTube, but I'm watching YouTube learning things all the time. People saying, oh, you're making your jewellery, as I keep saying in my books and stuff, but it's just, I said to my friend today when I was in the country back, I said, Finn's dad, when you can look back and think, oh, I really wish I didn't go out with that person, or I wish that didn't happen, and I wish, oh, I'm so stupid, I shouldn't have gone. Well, I don't think like that, because I think, like, I believe everything happens for a reason, and the only thing I regret, well, I would say regret with Finn's dad, is the length of time I was with him when I shouldn't have really been with him, and I just let it carry on. But in the same sense, I wouldn't change it, because obviously I've got Finn, so I wouldn't change it. But Finn out of the equation, like, sort of thing, because I wouldn't change that anyway, is, in a way, I'm glad, because certain things he did, and stuff that went on has made me who I am today, and has made me realise, I know I've said this before, the next person I want to be with, it's made me stronger, it's made me, as stupid as it sounds, like I was saying before, because he wanted to watch his programmes. He didn't really want me watching my programmes. It was a bit selfish that way. So I've just found myself not watching them programmes now, even though I can, because I'm on my own. I can do what I want, which is great. I haven't been. I've been just learning about other stuff, but it's been really good for my mind, and I just love being creative. So I just really like put it out there to just try something if you've never tried something. Don't just sit there and think, ugh, I'm sitting watching my soaps all day long, and that's all life is: work, 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 clean, 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 watch telly, watch this, just sit there. But I'm not really, I don't know if you get what I'm talking about. But anyway, because I'm just waffling like I normally do. Going back to my mum, because I don't know, I bet I've just gone off subject again. Going back to my mum, because she's retired. I don't know if you got any of that. Because she's retired, I kept saying to her, oh God, like, you should do some things, because you live in Wales and you shouldn't live this way, and like, what are you going to do with yourself and this, that, and everything. She went, oh, I've got a load of things I could do, and I jokingly said, what, clean, because that's all she seems to do. And she's like, no, and I thought, but she doesn't, and I'm like, well, Mum, you need to stimulate your brain as you're getting older, because as the saying goes, if you don't use it, you lose it, and that goes with exercise and everything. That's why I think yoga's quite a nice exercise, because it's not like if you're not a jumpy, boundy about person, it's stretching, but you are toning as well with later things that you can do in yoga as well, and you are like keeping your strength in your joints and all that, really, you know what I mean? Anyway, blah blah blah, and it's good to be flexible as well. And then I said to her, God, you used to be really good at drawing, and she was, because I think we have a bit of a creative family, because my sister's quite good at making stuff. She makes little fairies, which I've shown you before. Where is it? Oh, it's over there. Let me go and get it if you've not seen it before. She makes these little fairies with polymer clay. and she can draw. And my mum used to be able to draw, and my dad's quite good at, or was, and my granddad was, and yeah. But my mum says, "Oh, I can't draw anymore because she's not done it." That was when she was, at school, and she had a book. She threw it away. I'm sure she threw it away. I think, why did you throw that away? And I remember looking at it as a child, and it was all different pictures that she'd drawn of ladies in big, bushily, or whatever you call them, dresses and this, that, and the other. And my dad got and said, "Yeah, but you used to be able to. You will be able to do it if you practice." I said, "Do you not fancy like the adult colouring books and drawing your own designs and colouring them in, or going to a class and doing something like stimulating your brain because you are retired and you're not working?" Because it doesn't mean just because you're retired you have to sit there and think, right, that's it, I'm retired, I'm going to sit here, watch telly all day and not move. Because I think that is a thing where once you start doing that, you start, like I said, you don't use it, you lose it. Because I remember my great granddad, bless him, he, he was older, but he got to, he just sit there all the time, and in the end, I don't mean that's what killed him, but if you're not walking about, getting up and doing stuff or trying to do stuff, you lose it. You'll lose like the muscle thingy in your body, like the strength to get about and stuff like that. And we were watching, I don't really watch it, but we were watching The Voice the other week, and Tom Jones, always on something, Tom Jones throwing himself about and singing and all that. And my mum was like, "Wow, look at him. I know he's had a bit of work done. If we, I don't know if he'll." I went, "Yeah, and he's quite good for his age, and he's got all that energy, Mum. He's got that energy." I said, "But that's what you need, to do stuff, keep yourself, like, do a bit of yoga." Because she's always said, "Yeah, I fancy a bit of that yoga or Pilates," because she has a bit of a bad back, said probably good to stretch it out, de-stress yourself as well. I said, if you went to the gym, like she went, "Oh, I don't know if I need motivation, to go somewhere." I said, "Well, because I can do it at home." I said, "Go to the gym." I said, and then you probably meet new people, new friends, interesting people. You know, do that, get out and about, take classes in pottery or something. I don't know, just do something. And she's like, "Oh yeah, but if I went to the gym, I'd have to go with you or your sister, or oh, I don't know, I've got too much to do." I'm thinking, she hasn't got too much to do. She lives on her own. She cleans. I'm like, look, what else do you do? Like, stimulate yourself, because if you don't use it, you lose it. But then maybe if you've not tried something before, you could grow it, because practice makes perfect with everything. So then she was saying, because we were talking about Tom Jones, she was like, when she was younger, she used to say she used to have this thing about death. I don't know why this thing about dying, she used to have this thing. When she was younger, when she was about 18, I think, and then it went away. But when she came down this week and we were sat here and we were talking about Tom Jones and something, and she was like, "Oh, when you're getting older," because she's going on about having a bloody facelift thing. I don't know. She's been saying this for years. I went, "Look, Mum, if you want to go and get it done, go and get it done. But, whatever. Each to their own." I'm hoping to not do them things, but we'll just see. But she sort of sat there and she's like, "Oh, I thought she was 62, so I'd put years down anyway, because I think she's 63, 64 this year." And she was like, "Oh God, I just start thinking about, like, when I turn 17, like, what am I going to do?" And this, that, and the other. And I said, "Why? You're not 17. I said, "So what?" I don't know if that's because is that how old Tom Jones is. I'm not sure. Sorry if you don't. But, and I said, "Well, why are you thinking now about what about when you're 70? I said, "And so what when you're 70? You can still be, you're still young-minded in your head, I think. I still think I feel like I'm 18. It's like I said before in other posts, it's not your mind that ages, really. It's your body and everything. And, when you start getting older in your vessel outside," I said, "not really in your mind, but you've got to keep stimulating your mind, though. You can act like a really older person if you just sit there and don't want to do anything, and you're just quite closed-minded as well." Because I would say my mum is like that. She'll say things sometimes, but she's very like, she's a great person, but she'll blurt things out sometimes where you just think you could have said something different. Or I'll say to her, "Oh, I saw this," and she'll poo-poo it, and she's probably think it's hippified or like, "Ooh, this, that, and the other," sometimes when I say stuff. But I just think, well, why don't you try it? It's not hurting anybody. And you should be more positive. And I just said to her, don't think about that. Think about today. Think about now and what you're doing. And if you want, like she's going on about, she'd love to go to India. And she watches that, is it Marigold, thing that's on telly? She keeps telling me to watch, but I've not been watching it. And I've seen the thing on India, but I was watching this thing on YouTube about this, I think it was like an eco place you could live in. I was just like, wow. like a, a community thing, where you all work together in this. But it was beautiful where it was. It was beautiful in India where it was, and it was beautiful what they did. I was just like, so lovely. It is cheaper over there as well. But I said to her, Mum, if you want to go to India, I'd actually like to visit India, for the culture and the beautiful things over there and stuff like that. I said, start looking into it. Don't think, oh, this, that, and the other. Start looking into it. All I can say is you're a long time dead, right? So you don't know. We don't know when we're going to go. So make the most of it and make plans to do something. So you've got, I know I've said this before, make plans so you've got something to look forward to. Put plans together, even if it is in a few years. But if that's what you want to do, go and do it. My hair, this is going off the subject again. If you know me on here and you've been following me from the beginning, I had short hair. And it's grown quite a bit. It would probably be about here now, because I had a shorter side on one side and long side. I had to keep having it cut up for this side to get down. So it would have been a lot longer, but I've had to have a lot of cuts. But now I've just left it. And it's in a farty little ponytail today. But I've got these bits down. It's in a bob up to here. But what I'm not liking at the minute is I cut a fringe and then I think I like it. Sometimes I don't. Is my hair is quite thick when it starts getting longer, when this all grows out and everything, except little bits at the back. And I do love my hair. My hair is naturally curly, but I have it curly and I straighten it because it gets on my nerves, because I say, oh, I'm going to have it curly, I'm going to try and get it curly. But then, because my hair's here, you have it curly, it comes up to here, and it's like taking the length off, and I'm trying to grow it long again. And it was through a bleaching thing that I had to have my hair cut off anyway. So I'm liking the colour I've got, and even got greys, and I keep saying I'd love to grow it out, but I guess they're not quite there yet to do it. And there's a thing I've been looking at since last year. Sometimes I think I'd love to do it. But if I had when my hair was down here, before I had it cut, it was quite long. I would have done it, but I know when you do this, it shrinks a lot, so my hair would have probably ended up here anyway. So I know if I do it with this, it's going to end up about here, which is defeating the object again, because I want my hair longer. And it is dreads. I'd absolutely love to have dreads in my hair. I know you might be thinking, what the hell is she going on about? I think I just need to put the light on. Hang on a minute, going a bit dark. Let's see if I can get my light. Sorry, I'm just on and off. I put my makeshift ring light because it was getting dark then. So yeah, so I've been looking at it for ages, dreads, and I've really wanted them, but I can't. I could do them in my own hair, but if you have dreads, if your hair was down here, your hair, it will be long, and all of a sudden it'll start shrinking, because when the dread mats in your hair, it pulls up and sort of your hair will end up short, and then they start growing out, they'll go longer in the end again, and they start doing weird things. They're beautiful. Some people might not like them, but I think they're gorgeous. And there's a girl that I follow on YouTube and Instagram as well, but there's a load of other people as well. Just see if I can find her. And she's got beautiful hair, and I've always admired it because I think it's quite voluminous, and I love voluminous hair, and when my hair's thick, it's voluminous. But lately, because it's in a, well, it's not in a stand, because I haven't had a really cut for ages, because I'm just letting it grow, because it's in quite nice condition. I keep saying it gets greasy quite a lot quickly. And it's healthy now. It's very shiny and that, but I tend to have to wash it more, which annoys me. And it just seems to, at the minute, it just seems to lie flat for some reason. It's been getting on my nerves. And I want volume in my hair. I know with dreads you do get volume, but I don't want to commit to it because my hair's too short to put in sort of real ones. I mean, I could put real ones in and put extensions, but I don't know if I'd suit them anyway. So what I was thinking was, I was doing research since last year on it, and I'm thinking, I love a big bun. And I know people are like, oh, certain cultures or one culture. It's not, dreads isn't one culture. It's from a few if you actually look back. But I'm not getting back into that. I just think dreads are beautiful, very beautiful. And they suit a lot of people, no matter what culture, skin, whatever. They are beautiful. They're like a low maintenance. In a way, they're low maintenance, not because you have got to, like, if you want them neat, you've got to palm roll them, twist them, crochet them, whatever. In that sense and stuff. Some people associate people being dirty or they smell weed and stuff, like people saying on YouTube, and it's not the case. That's just closed-minded, silly people that think that. Let me see if I can find the girl. But yeah, and I'm just feeling a bit like, this sounds weird, like, with how I feel about myself now, growing and like teaching myself different things and things that I'm getting into, and it's like I am really finding myself now after all these years. I'm 40. I'm really finding like the true me because I've been on my own and I've just been finding it great. Like I said before, I feel like my hair, as stupid as it sounds, is not matching up with the sort of image that I see. Not even me as like the soul as. I don't know if that sounds stupid, but this just ain't doing it for me at the minute. And I could put normal extensions, but I don't want to do that. I want to do the normal. I just think they're beautiful. But so anyway, you can have. I'm trying to find this. Sorry, you can have synthetic dreads, and all you do is you plait. I think they say if your hair's about say 3 inches, 4 inches long, if you can braid your hair, which this is long enough. The back might be a bit difficult. I don't know. You can put synthetic dreadlocks in. So, sorry, I'm just trying to find this. There she is. Synthetic braiding. This girl, she's got real dreads in, but I think she had the ends extended. Like I said, your hair shrinks a lot, so I think she crocheted human hair in hers at the bottom. I think, if I'm correct, I don't know. But just let me show you. She's got red hair. I just think it's gorgeous. Some people might not like it. I think she's called, is it Elise Bunch? Just find some more pictures. But I just think it's so. I mean, her hair. I just think it's so pretty. Here's one with the hair up. I just think it's gorgeous. Even the colour. I'd love to go red. It's just beautiful. She's very boho-y, and I'm just feeling that vibe with that. And I just think, do you know what? But saying that, I went on to see to buy them, because the thing is with the dread extension sort of thing is because they're only plaited in your hair and you put elastics on, you can take them out. So if I did get sick of it or I didn't think it suited me, I could take them out. My hair's there. It's not like I've put proper dreads in, because you can undo dreads before they get. I think before they get really tight, you can do. You've got to comb them out. It takes ages, and you get a load of like hair. Because if you've been having them for years, you'll have a load of hair that you think, oh my god, I'm going bald, but it's not. It's a dread is like matted hair, and when your hair sheds, it sheds about 100 hairs a day, doesn't it, or something. That hair goes into your dread. So some people who have thinner hair, when they have dreads, they end up with it's thicker because it's that hair. So that's why you get more volume and stuff. If I'm correct, I don't know. But yeah, I just think maybe I'll try it, and if they suit me, they suit me, and if they don't, then I don't have to wear them, and I could show you and see what you think. But I went online, I was like, some were like good ones were like £80, and I thought £80 because like I'd need quite a lot in my hair. I thought, so of course I went on YouTube. I know how to make them, so I've ordered myself some. I can't even say the word. This synthetic hair. I'm going to try and make some myself, and it's probably going to take me a couple of weeks or a week or something. I'll have to sit at night and do it, or watch it, watching YouTube doing it. I'm going to make some myself and see if I do all right with it. Because if I can make them myself, because the ones I bought were about, I don't know, a fiver. Bought 2 packs for a tenner. So if I can make them out of that instead of paying £80, because obviously if you're paying for them, someone's making them, so it does take a lot of time to make them. If you've got the money, fair enough, but I don't really want to spend that. And I did get them in. I don't think you can tell on my hair at the minute because I think it washed out. I did put a colour on to gloss it up. For my birthday was like a burgundy brown. So I did get like a burgundy colour, and then I got a bit of like, I think I got a copper because I just wanted a mixture because I thought it'd look nice in my hair, because I don't know if you can see hazel eyes. Probably coming across as brown on here. So I don't know. Could you imagine dreads? And I want them quite long, but I love it in a big bun. But I'm going to have my fringe out, and I'm going to have these pieces out because you can do that. Some people have all the front dreaded. Some people have, if you don't have a fringe and it's all like that, they have that bit out. But it's that thing again with do what you want to do. You're a long time dead, so I want to do it. So I'm going to do it. If it doesn't suit me, then I won't wear them. If it does, I'll keep them in. And then if I'm not feeling it in a few months, I'll take them out. My hair will have grown. Might do something else with it. I might love them that much, I'll keep them in. I might love them that much that then when my hair grows, I might actually end up dreading my hair myself, and then maybe putting little extensions in the bottom, because, like I said, it does take a lot of your length off. But go on YouTube, because there's some amazing people with synthetic dreads, real dreads, pink dreads, purple dreads, rainbow dreads, just beautiful. And that's what I'm saying. Everybody's beautiful. Everybody's beautiful, especially people who are not scared of showing the true selves. Like I've said before, being goth, being I don't know, all these things, being like boho-ified, being the true self, because you're not scared to show your true self, because you should just be your true self. And I'm finding that with myself now. Like I've always said, I've always liked these sort of like floaty things and nature, and like I've said in the past, one of my friends used to be a tree when I was a little child. So Mr. Oak Tree was called, and we live near a forest, so I love walking in forests. Not that I've been on many walks lately. Went on a walk today, but is that sort of boho vibe. And like lately, don't know if it's because I've turned 40. When I got pregnant, I was in a lot of just, well, I was saying that I'm sat in it today, like leggings and stuff like that, really boring. And I've just been dead like, I don't know. I'm not into fashion as such, like I've got to have this, got to have that, because I'm not into that. And I've always been like a summer person, even in winter. I'm always like quite a hot person, and I mean warm, like I'm always warm all the time. So I'd always been a vest top and like a floaty thing like this, especially when I was pregnant, because you want to, and when I, after thin, I wanted to add a bit of my weight, and it's going down now and stuff. But I was always in floaty things. I've always liked that sort of floaty thing, and I'm like more of a summer person. Like some people like winter clothes, don't they? But I'm like, I love summer. The maxi skirts and stuff like that. And I thought, and it's that sort of boho vibe. So I thought, yeah, it's that vibe that I like. So that's what I want to be. And I'm not scared of being what I want to be. Oh, and I went to the tattoo shop. I've totally gone off track again. I went to the tattoo shop today as well and asked about booking myself in. You've got to pay when you book. So I'll have to save up, because I'm thinking of going in, in March, June, no, May for it. To get them to finish this off. And then I want an elephant down there. I can't remember if I showed you last time, but she said, "Oh, how big?" I said, "As big as this." But down there, mandala elephant with a lotus in its beak, in its trunk. Yeah, but I'll go through that again. I'll have to video that when I do it. But I've totally gone off track again. So, so I'm just gonna have a new hairstyle. And the thing is, anyone knows me in real life, like I've had my hair bleach blonde, platinum, really short, really short. I mean, really short, long, curly, straight, red, brown. The only things I haven't done is the mad colours like bleaching it and putting pink on, and I really want to do that. And I should have done it when I was platinum, but I didn't. I should have done, but I'd never dye my hair. I'd never bleach my hair again now, just because of the thing I had when I had to have it all cut. I just couldn't put my hair through, because it is a dark brown anyway. And also the reason why about dreads as well is I've had braids put in years ago when I was in my early 20s at a place, Affleck's Palace in Manchester, and I had them down here. They were pretty heavy, and they did look good on me, but I did take them out because they annoyed me a bit. But at least with these, I will be able to take them out quite easily if they did annoy me or I didn't like them for some reason. But I have had braids, so I've had a lot of different hairstyles. I haven't had dreads yet, so it'll be the next thing, because I just think, be adventurous, Don't sit there thinking, I can't do that. What are you scared of? Doesn't matter. I don't care what people think anyway. I'm not bothered about that either. So, as I was saying, my mother. So, I was just like, Mum, you've just got to do things. You're a long time dead. You've got to think like that. You've just got to do what you've got to do. And aging as well, I said to my mum, you know what? At the end of the day, Mum, we all age. You can have facelifts. You can have body tucks, pull-ups, make yourself a bigger ass, big boobs, have your lips done, get your bleeding face ironed out of all your wrinkles. But at the end of the day, you might be trying to hide your age, your number, but everybody ages and everybody dies, and we can't stop that. But all you've got to do is enjoy the moment you're in and enjoy the time you're in now. Because like I said, you don't know. I know it sounds a bit morbid, but you don't know. And you've got to do, like I've said in past posts, there's probably repeating myself a bit, you've got to do what you enjoy doing. It doesn't matter if you don't have a lot of money or you're stuck in a lot of, with your kids or whatever it is, you can do little things. And don't say you haven't got time. You have got time. Don't watch them. Don't have to sit there all night watching soap after soap. And that makes me quite lethargic, to tell the truth. You don't have to do that. Go and, like I keep saying, go and learn something. And I said to my mum, just don't worry about aging. Everybody ages at the end of the day. I mean, I can say that because obviously I'm only 40 and that's still, youngish. I mean, mum's 63, 64, but then again, that's still youngish. We live a lot longer these days, and that's another thing. I mean, from years ago when we used to die a lot younger with different things, when diseases and stuff. I don't know, years and years ago. So you got to make the most of it. There's no point like sitting there when you're in a rock. Well, I don't mean you'll be in a rocking chair when you're older, but you know what I mean. Sitting there when you're older, thinking, "I wish I'd have done that," because it is easy to think that. I wish I'd have done that now. I wish I'd have been more like that. I wish I'd have been more outspoken. I wish I'd have worn my hair like that. I wish I had the guts to shave my hair off or whatever it is, to dye it pink, to wear dreads, to have braids, to just have it different. But I was too scared to be different because of what my friends thought or this, that and the other. Just do it. No point thinking years after, I wish I'd have done that. Even though, like I said to my friend today, I wished when I was younger that I would have done more travelling and stuff like that, but it's something I can do in the future. It's something I can change. I can do it now. I can do it back to front. Maybe I didn't do it then, but I have more confidence and stuff in myself now with certain things that I didn't have then. That you can do that. It doesn't mean that you're never going to do it. Put your dreams on your vision board and believe that one day, if it's a big trip you want to go on, that you will do it one day. Or, and I just said to my mum, aging's not a bad thing. Well, like I said, I could say that because I'm 40, so it's not like I'm thinking, oh my God, my wrinkles are getting really bad now, and I'm saying, oh yeah, I'm not going to get this done, I'm not going to get that done. And I know a few people a bit younger than me have had started having stuff done. I'm just like, really? Like, I just think you don't really know what's getting pumped into you. Poison, I don't know, but each to their own. But if it makes you feel better, but everyone's starting to look the same though. That's what I just find weird. Like people were different, beautiful and different. But it's like I've lost my train of thought now. Yeah, like because I'm younger, but it's like aging's a good thing as well because with it comes wisdom. I know that sounds like really corny, but it does. You do learn more to what you were when you were younger, and you grow and you realise different things, and things don't bother you as much, and you can't be bothered with what people think, and that, to me, that's like a liberating thing. I think it is. I feel more liberated, and I don't know, just loving life more at the minute. And this yoga, I know I've been on it a few days, but I just feel it's great. I don't know if you can tell. I feel like this week, not just because I've started yoga this week. I just feel a lot slimmer in myself this week. I feel a lot more glowy. Um, oh, um, I don't know, and it's like the other thing is as well. Don't ever think like I need. Sorry, I'm gonna have to pause this. I need more lights on in this room.